Welcome to the Explosive Streak Podcast with Jared Vinny. On today's episode, I have Jacob Link here with me. Jacob plays professional volleyball in Sweden. He came over here for a month to train with me, and we're just going to talk about the training experience here versus overseas and kind of different things that he's learned, and we're going to learn some stuff from him as far as how they think overseas. So, Jacob, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm Jacob Link, 22 years old from Sweden. I currently play for the Swedish national team and play professionally in Italy.
In Italy, huh?
Yeah.
How did you grow up? You play volleyball, so how did you grow up playing volleyball, or how did you play? They don't have football and stuff overseas, do they?
No, Sweden is pretty big in soccer, I would say. Then we have ice hockey and handball are probably the biggest sports. But my father actually played volleyball. So
okay, so that's how you kind of got involved. It's kind of
exactly
in the family, and you expected to do it.
Not expected to do it, but it was pretty naturally. Like I always followed my dad to tournaments when I was a kid, and then I started playing when I was 6, 7, I think.
Okay, just kind of picked up on it.
Exactly.
Do they have volleyball in schools over there, or is it just like club level type stuff?
We have a little bit in school. Like we mix it up a lot in the PE.
Okay.
We call it PE, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The athletes.
Do you have schools for athletes and schools for normal students or regular students, or do y'all all still mixed together?
In elementary school, everyone's mixed, but then in high school, you can choose a little bit more. So, for example, I choose volleyball school for high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost like a college we set up
Exactly.
here. I go to college and play football at this school.
Exactly.
And so it's just a little different. Now, do y'all have different tiers in the education system?
Not during elementary school and high school. It's everything's pretty equal for everyone.
Now, do y'all do a lot of sport training over there, or how does that kind of work for as far as for volleyball performance?
In elementary school, I would say everyone's equal. Like we have probably 2 times a week.
Like just PE stuff?
PE stuff, doing different sports.
Like
and then
kickball and just normal games?
Yeah. Also our type of baseball, for example. You just try different sports. And then in high school you can choose. Like for me, when I choose my volleyball school, I had volleyball every day, both during class and after class.
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of almost like you're going to school, but you're also practicing volleyball all the time.
Exactly. I even moved away from home 4 hours. So we went. The school was at a completely different place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different there.
Yeah. So it's a little bit like college, but we don't have the college system like you guys do.
Yeah, so it's a little different. It's just kind of interesting to hear different views and perspectives, especially when it's totally different than when you come over here.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to school, like, so you had to, I didn't realize you had to move 4 hours away.
No.
And so that's, how old were you?
I just turned 16.
Okay, and then you just move away and go to high school and things like that.
So it was a normal high school, but there was this volleyball class. So they recruit 10 girls, 10 guys every single year from all of Sweden.
Now, do you have volleyball year-round in school? Like sometimes in a semester here, like in the fall semester, they may play football, and in the spring it may be baseball and lacrosse, or is it like volleyball? You go. How's the school system set up to where you're doing volleyball? You go like a semesters, or how's that?
So we have we do school like you do from August to June. Yeah, May, June. And we go in a normal class with normal people from this town, but the school is very adjusted to our volleyball. So like for some, lunch breaks are longer, so we can train volleyball for 1 hour or have strength for 1 hour during the day. But other than the volleyball, we also have normal PE during with our class during the week.
You're getting like 2 PEs in one day.
Yeah, we have normal PE and then we have volleyball.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
Do you have it? So from August to December, do you play? You still volleyball? Then
Always volleyball.
Always, even in January through
always
June.
Volleyball.
Always volleyball, huh?
We mix it up with a little bit of beach volleyball, like once a week, but always volleyball.
Just different skill levels and things like that. Now, did you get to choose, or they kind of recruit you to come out there and play?
I got to choose, and they recruited me. It's like you do tests before.
Okay.
You go there, you do tests. They see if they like you, if they want you to come, and then you choose yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of like kids over here will go to like a volleyball camp, or they go to football camps and stuff, and the coaches are out there and they can see their skill set to see if they're
to
see if they're good enough to come play for me or whatever.
It's the same, and then you have to you have to be good enough for the volleyball and for the school. You have to apply for both.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just not.
Are the academics pretty high standard over there?
At that high school is not that high, I would say. But in general, I would say for my city, which is an academic city, it's called Lund. It's pretty high. Like they require quite a lot of you.
Yeah. Now, how do y'all do school? Are y'all there at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, or what's the hours like?
Usually 8 to 3, 8 to 4.
Okay, about the same.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff seems to be the same, except for the athletics are a little bit.
Yeah.
Seem to be a little bit more skilled over there as far as having to practice as much as you do during the day and year round. So.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all do weight training or jump training or any type of sport training, or how does that work?
We during our high school time we started doing weights pretty seriously, maybe three times a week. I think we had 3 weights 3 times a week, and then one more physical with jump training, stuff like that. So it was a little bit mixed of both. Yeah. And
you asked me the other day because we didn't do any power cleans.
Yeah.
And so you was asking about that because it took you a while to, I guess, pick it out. We don't ever do that.
Yeah, because that's like the main thing we do.
Yeah.
We do a lot of power cleans. That's probably the main, together with squat, is probably the main exercise we do.
Yeah, y'all ever bench at all, or is it just rare?
We do bench, but not a lot. Maximum once a week. Like, it's not very common.
What would y'all do for your jump training over there?
In high school we did hurdles.
Just like y'all did here, like where we just kind of multi-jump over
pretty similar, I would say, but not in the same amount as you guys do here.
So y'all just kind of like lightly touched on it versus kind of like
that's a good explanation.
Because you come like on lower body day, you jump pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
And you jumped with dumbbells for the first time when you came here, right?
Yeah.
But it took you a little while to learn how to power. You got the jumping ability, but then you had to create the power from the.
Yeah, because I feel like back home we haven't really gone through the technique of jumping. It's a lot just jumping, maybe with weights or just jumping in general, but we don't have the technique step to step.
Yeah, because you wasn't very explosive at first. I had a hard time getting you to extend when you jumped up, but you could get off the ground.
Yeah.
But once we started to get you explode, you almost went up almost 2 inches on your vertical.
Yeah, in a month. So that's really good.
That's pretty good, especially for someone at your level.
Yeah.
You know, every inch matters.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it was just you could jump, but you could do it just a little bit better. Because I think sometimes when people go off and do like, you can tell a little kid to jump, he can jump. Yeah. But is he extending and doing stuff in the right way to try to give him the optimum amount of power?
Yeah, and I mean there were so many small things that you could do to jump higher, like with how you go up on your toes, how you extend your feet, with the arms, like small things that makes a big difference, I feel.
Yeah, and put you on the plow swing, trying to learn
get you
to land and explode again.
Never done it before.
It took a little while for you to get the rhythm. It's kind of scary at first.
For sure.
And so bench pressed a good bit. We didn't get to finish all that stuff. Huh?
No.
Yeah, because you're going back when?
I'm going back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have national team in a week for a month, and then I go back to Italy to my club.
Okay. So how does it work over in Sweden before you go to Italy? You got 2 teams?
So yeah, I play with the national team. This summer I was a little bit lucky because I could come here. Because usually we have a lot of national team during the summer. But this summer we didn't have any tournaments, so it was a little bit more calm.
So for the national team, does that give y'all a shot to go play maybe in the Olympics or something?
We're not really there yet, but hopefully in the future we
just got to keep growing. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. We're a very young team, so yeah.
What do you do? Just competing? Does Sweden participate in volleyball in the Olympics?
We've done once or twice in beach volleyball, and also indoor many years ago, but it's been a while.
Just takes a little while to get a group of people together that's going to be skilled enough to make it.
I mean, it's a team sport, so everyone has to be good. You can't depend on one player. And that's what makes the game so beautiful as well.
Yeah. Now, how's it playing in Italy versus Sweden? Do you notice any differences?
I would say in general the skill level is a lot higher, and then Sweden is a very small country, so in Italy they have a lot more players to choose from. So physically they have some incredible players that it's
But
very
they
hard
also-
for us to find.
Yeah, but they can bring people like you in and try to make their level even higher.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, we were also talking about weight training. You said you don't want to get too heavy and stuff.
Yeah.
And so do y'all think like that overseas, where the heavier the weight, the bigger you get, or what's the thought process?
Yeah, I mean, the thought process I would say is you don't want to get too heavy because then you're not jumping as high.
Yeah.
And also like it's too heavy for your knees, like your knees start to hurt, maybe your shoulders start to hurt because you're getting too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that's the main thinking process
Yeah,
we have over there.
Yeah, because your actually body weight went up. You was what, 95 kilos? Now
Yeah,
you're
I think I
98?
was 95 and now I'm 98.
So you went up about 3 kilos.
Yeah.
And you jumped 2 inches higher.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on how you train, what kind of result we get
Yeah.
out of it.
Exactly.
But you were asking, what's the right weight? Well,
Yeah.
I said it shouldn't really matter about your weight. It should matter about your body fat
Yeah.
percentage. So we measured your body fat. You checked in at 10.
Yeah.
And so I think if you were at 12, then we got to figure out whether that weight's fat or
Yeah.
try to how to get that percentage back down. So
Exactly.
wherever your body weight is at that point, and that's how you can judge your body weight,
Yeah.
whether it needs to go up or down based off your body fat percentage instead of what the scale says.
Yeah.
And they do something similar overseas in Sweden, like what we would do here, our body mass index. They take your height in centimeters.
Yeah, like I would say a lot of people go for the height in centimeters minus 100,
Mhm.
and you have your
body weight in kilograms.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
how much you should weigh.
yeah.
And so that's kind of like how our body mass. I looked up, and I weighed 230, and it said need to be about 161
Yeah.
pounds. I don't think I'd look quite right. And I just told him that's just kind of what they give the general population.
Yeah.
It's not really geared toward the athletic side
Exactly.
of things, like here. So if you take a big muscular person, maybe 5% body fat, and they may be obese on the BMI, but realistically, they're more healthy than someone that could be at that weight, because that
Yeah.
person could be at that 161 body weight
Yeah.
and still have 13-14% body fat.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so it's just kind of a general rule they use to try to
Yeah.
figure stuff
Yeah,
out.
I think so too.
And so, what else do you do for training? Do you do a lot of volleyball skill, or what do you do outside of volleyball?
I like to play paddle. I don't know if you know what that is. It's
what's-
like a variant of tennis, but a little bit a mix between tennis and squash. Do you know what squash is?
I've heard it.
You play with rackets in a small box.
Oh, so like paddle, is it like it's not ping pong?
No, it's almost like tennis, but you're inside of a box, so you can use the walls.
Okay, handball. Is it like handball? Or
No, it's not like
racquetball?
you have rackets.
Okay, paddle. Maybe it should be paddle ball. Inside like it's like plexiglass back wall.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
inside,
exactly,
and then
exactly.
you got like these little squares and
yeah.
Okay.
I like to play that, but I can just play it during the summer because otherwise we have volleyball all year.
Do you have cricket over there?
No cricket,
Yeah.
no American football, a little bit of basketball we do
Mhm.
have. Yeah.
So what was it like when you first got off the interstate here, when Allie went to pick you up from
Yeah.
the airport, and you noticed all the fast food signs?
Yeah, that was like a wow. It's really how I heard about it, like how I heard about America. Because when you exit the interstate, it was like I think probably 10 or 12 fast food chains who were just
You don't have that over there?
waiting for you. Nah, not even close.
Do you have Mickey D's, McDonald's over
Yeah,
there?
McDonald's. Yeah.
You have to travel 4 ways to go get it?
Nah, we usually have it in the cities. McDonald's and Burger King are pretty big.
Yeah.
But the rest I've never heard of.
Okay. No Chick-fil-A's over there?
No Chick-fil-A's.
Did she take you to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, she did. It's good.
Did you have Kobe the other day?
Yeah, that was super good.
That was really good too.
Japanese steakhouse, super good.
Where else have you been? It's pretty.
I love the chipotle.
Yep.
So good. Where else? We tried some different stuff. I don't even remember the names, but Waffle House.
Oh yeah. They don't have that over there?
No.
Jeez. Jacob King said he's 3 kilograms heavier than he's ever been. I said it's all that American food.
Yeah.
It's just right there at you.
Probably.
Do y'all cook a
I
lot?
don't know.
Y'all cook a lot over there?
Yeah, I like to cook,
Okay.
especially when you have time. I think it's fun to cook.
What about the transportation? Do y'all have to bike, or you got a lot of access to cars? Or what's the traffic like?
in Italy there's a lot of cars.
Mm-hmm.
The trains still exist, but not as much as in Sweden. In Sweden, everyone's biking, a lot of buses, a lot of trains, a lot of.
So not a lot of driving yourself around, huh?
No, not even close to what's it like here.
Yeah. So is it expensive to have a car over there? Or there's no room to park.
A lot more expensive, I would say. I think the gas price is double.
Okay.
More than double back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also we have the cars are a lot smaller than you guys here. That was one of the things I was like, wow, when I came here, that the cars they're huge.
Really? So yeah.
I've probably never seen a pickup truck in my whole life in Sweden. And then I came
got some
here
big
and
trucks here.
every third car is a pickup truck.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anything else that we want to talk about as far as the training? Any questions you had?
No, I don't think so. I'm very impressed with the workout you do here. Like, you focus on the bench and the squat. You have those two as main exercises that you do every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very interesting because I'm very used to always mixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you do bench one day, you have to do maybe you can do incline bench but never bench 2 days.
Yeah, I think
in a row when you have arm day.
I think that's where people get off, is they want to switch, maybe bench, like you said. That's more of a fitness regimen.
Yeah.
Because if you kind of just practice setting one day, then you practice working on your spikes, then you practice your digs.
Yeah.
If you didn't come back to setting all the time or whatever, you may not be as good at it. So you got to kind of become better at it. Then we can switch.
For sure.
Like we did 4 press over there with chain. We still
Yeah.
do. We still make our staples, like you said, maybe our bench and our squat.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff we'll do.
Yeah.
In there.
That's for me. It's very interesting because, sure, we're doing a lot of squats, we're doing a lot of cleans, some bench press, but not in the amount you guys do here.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you can also show. It also shows when I'm jumping. Like, it shows results.
Yeah.
It gives me results.
Now, what else do you think was different that we did?
I mean the variations of the exercises. Like the first day when I got here and we did squat, we did like a bamboo squat with the
The bamboo bar.
the bamboo bar with dumbbells on the side with rubber bands. And it was probably the most difficult thing I've ever done in the weight
It was not
room.
very heavy, but
It was not heavy, but so much balance.
we did that after we squat. We always squatted first, then we did the accessories and other exercises are different.
Yeah, so I would say like the variants. I'm used to more simple stuff, you know, with only the dumbbells or only the bar. But here it's more, how do you say it? More advanced.
Yeah.
I would say.
What else did you notice?
How strong the people are here. Like, that was one thing, because I usually feel pretty strong when I'm at the gym with my teammates maybe or so on. I usually feel pretty strong, but here I felt.
You felt a little.
I almost felt ashamed when I was jumping the first time, and some other guy was jumping 39 inches.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so far away.
Yeah, so it's just, but you can still get better, and all the variations and stuff like that. It shows.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it feels very good for me to see results, like when we tested yesterday.
Yeah, and we try to measure that. You do the jump mat with the dumbbells during the week and stuff, and we always try to improve upon our last workout.
Yeah.
And sometimes, have you ever got here and I give you a weight and you're like, oh, how am I going to get this done?
Yeah. And sometimes I get it done and sometimes I don't. Like,
it's part of the challenge, and I think sometimes people allow the trainee to choose. Okay, maybe if we're going to set the 5, well, you do maybe lighter, medium, then a heavy set of 5.
Exactly.
If we're doing all 5s, it may be all heavy.
Yeah. No, another thing I was thinking about is that you always go to failure.
Yeah.
That's very different from what I'm used to. Sure, a lot of coaches say that you should go to failure, but it's very rare that you do.
Yeah, and sometimes you're on the verge of either making it or missing it.
Yeah.
But it's not failure like 8s or higher.
No, exactly.
It's like 5s and 3s.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how we're able to keep. Some of the guys are not very big, but they're very strong.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the heavyweight does not make you necessarily bigger; just makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And so do you think it's thought like that over in Sweden, where more weight equals more mass?
Yeah, probably. A lot of times, yes.
Because they want you to do less weight, more reps, so you don't get so big.
I would say back overseas in Europe we do. Of course, we mix it up. Sometimes we do low reps and sometimes we do high reps. But here it's never over 5 reps for the bench or for the squat.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes back home we can do 10, 12 reps on those exercises as well. So that's another thing that's different here in the mindset.
Sometimes, like depending on which book you grab or whatever, sometimes reps over 6 would hinder strength development, which means it won't get any better.
Yeah.
And so that's why we'll try to staple it down at 5 or less. If someone needs to work on their endurance, like me, sometimes I'll do sets of 9.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't do 10, but so I like 9, 7s, 5s, and 3s for me. Like my rest break today, when you were spotting me on bench, it was easy. So I instead of resting a minute and a half, I just rested a minute.
Yeah.
But I am not really working on trying to drive my strength up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to work on more size and more muscular endurance. Just for myself, just so I'm in more shape to handle more volume and heavy loads later. But what about our rest periods? Like when we come in.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking about. Like it's very.
It's a lot longer. So like who's gonna bench? You're sitting there.
Yeah, but I think I just got more knowledge about what the resting does for the body. Mm-hmm. Like if I rest. The other day when I did really heavy bench press, for example.
You rested longer and you got more reps.
Yeah, exactly. I needed to rest longer because otherwise I was not able to do it.
Yeah, so I went over and asked, I forgot about that, but I went over and told you, don't worry about going on my pace.
Yeah.
Because I needed you to get your reps.
Yeah.
So I said, look, I looked at the clock and said, well, all right, Jacob, we'll go at this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Then go at this time, you know. And if he tried to keep up with our pace, because we had some kids that, sometimes I paced the gym off of whoever the strongest person is.
Yeah.
And so you were the strongest person in there, but there was a lot more younger kids.
Yeah.
So I had to flip it and move at the faster kids rate. And I said, look, I don't have to watch you like a hawk because I know you're going to work. So I said, hey, look, go at this time.
Yeah.
And so then you saw that if people were missing reps, we rest longer to get our reps. We never take off the weight.
No.
And so
I like that. But you.
And so, but once we get our, that'd be like for what we did for bench, and we do that for squat. But after that, if I want to roll, like try to work on some more muscular endurance and stuff like that, that's like you said with the incline.
Yeah.
We rested 1 minute, right?
Yeah, and I did good the first set. We did 3 sets of 8, I think. I did good the first set, did all 8, and then 6, and then I did 2, maybe the last set. But you still go to failure.
Yeah, the muscles just shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we were just trying to work on some more muscular endurance and trying to add some more muscle by doing that. With the more reps, shorter rest break will help with some more tissue and endurance.
Yeah, and another thing I was thinking about is just to have someone telling you go. Yeah. Like for example, when we have 3 minutes rest when we do squats, to have someone say go, it's more like you have to go. Yeah. You can't wait, and we don't. They tell you to rest 3 minutes or rest 2 minutes, rest 1 minute, but there's not really someone that's telling you go.
Yeah.
And I mean it helps a lot.
So I'll sit there with a stopwatch, and as soon as it's 4 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever we're resting on stuff, I'll say, all right, first person ready, let's go.
Exactly.
And then everybody, it looks kind of cool because everybody's going at the same time. And so then I can watch 6 racks at once. I can 6 people, we may have more people here at one time, but it's a lot easier to watch and control the environment.
Exactly.
But after that, then like I said, we just kind of roll.
Yeah. I would say in general, it's a super impressive environment to be in because everyone's
here to work.
Everyone's here to work. And everyone's working hard. You know, everyone wants to improve. It's,
the music's loud.
Yeah, the music's loud. Hard rap music.
What about the weather here?
It's hot. It's really hot, especially in this garage. It's super hot. But I feel like it's good for you. Like you get warm really fast. It's easy to go, and I mean, probably helps you when you're getting in cooler.
Yeah, so like some of these football players, they're about to start football camps and start their season and stuff and practice. And I tell everybody it's a form of conditioning to be here in this heat.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of kids sit here in the air conditioner playing video games or sit inside all day, and sometimes some of these weight rooms around here now have air conditioning. Yeah. And so then they're not used to working in the heat. So then I think, and I've always have, is coming here working the heat. If you play outside in the heat, you might as well work in the heat.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes when the kids go to, like I had a kid that's going to Georgia Tech right now. He called and thanked me the other day because now he's beating all the people in his conditioning drills 8 to 10 yards. But we did condition him, but he also had to condition him here in the heat. So, and so
I think it's super beneficial in general.
Yeah, it's a little different. Some of the kids complain that it's hot. and they want to plug in the fans, and I was
Yeah.
like, no fans.
And here in the fans, we give hot heat,
Yeah.
or hot wind from them, so it doesn't really help that much.
And so yeah, they think it does, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, the rest breaks, the pace and stuff, totally different, huh?
Super good and very strict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I left that other door before. She still came through
Yeah.
that one.
Sorry.
She must have got those nails.
Exactly.
That nail polish got to her braid. And so, anyway, is there anything else you'd like to add?
How long have y'all been recording for?
Is it not recording?
No.
That's not.
It stopped at 25 minutes. Oh wait, now it's recording.
I always mess it up, I think. We're still recording over here.